Mick Maynard joins us, Legacy Fighting Champ and Legacy Kickboxing President. Way to go down there in Houston, Mick. Congratulations. Fun night to watch. Fun to be there as well, I imagine.
I honestly, what I tell everybody is kickboxing is war. That's made for war. People stand in front of each other, they throw down, there's punches, there's kicks, there's head movement, so you get all the beautifulness, I guess, if that's a word, of boxing with the head movement, with kicks, and I think that we delivered them. It was great.
What about Valentina Schevchenko? Maybe a great one to get in on the show, because she seems unbeatable.
She is. She's amazing. I mean, her style is obviously very tough to figure out. She's mean. I mean, I've actually trained with Valentina, and Valentina is a 135-pound fighter. I've seen her there with the men. She actually knocks out men. She's absolutely amazing. She's a very, very sweet person. But when you put her in the ring, not so sweet. She has an incredible background: judo, sambo, jiu-jitsu. She's the real deal.
Many people say that the Bullet is the best female fighter in mixed martial arts, and many people will say she is just amongst the top 10 best fighters in mixed martial arts, and not even put it into categories of male versus female.
Schevchenko has a fantastic judo background. She's a high-level taekwondo fighter. She's a master of sport in almost every martial art, which is awesome. That's why she's so great everywhere.
This is a woman that's done every martial art known to man, pretty much. Every type of striking, she has done it.
Make the money like magic.
Mixed martial arts is more than the fight itself. It's an art form as beautiful and graceful as a dance.
I like the green. I get a taste and become a fiend.
Training mind, body, and spirit to work as one.
Oh! Dakota Ditcheva with the finish!
But MMA is also visceral, bringing out something ancient and primal within us.
Dakota right hand and a hammer fist!
Learning to master the dance and tame the beast is what makes a complete fighter.
Yeah, they're looking out of her element here. She's hurt to the body, that's it.
People look at me on the street and don't see me as dangerous. But when I'm in the cage, that's all they see. But the truth is, I'm always a little bit dangerous.
I'm in the zone. I do what I do it alone. Tough as a bone. Mind made of steel, heart out of stone. I'm a magician. I'm full of tricks, but I never show. I'm at the top, loving the view from up on my throne. Yeah, from up on my throne.
In women's MMA, some matchups make sense. Others make history. Valentina Schevchenko versus Dakota Ditcheva isn't just a fantasy bout. It's a collision between a cold-blooded legend and an undefeated wrecking machine. One is the most calculated, dominant champion the UFC flyweight division has ever seen. The other, a violent force of nature tearing through the PFL with surgical brutality. This isn't just legacy versus momentum. It's the most dangerous fight that could be made in women's MMA today. Let's break it all down. Experience, power, skill, and what happens if these two monsters finally meet in the cage. The Ice Queen, Valentina Schevchenko. Born in Kyrgyzstan and trained in martial arts since the age of 5, Valentina "Bullet" Schevchenko is a multidiscipline world champion. Over 50 Muay Thai victories, world titles in kickboxing, a black belt in taekwondo, and a judo game that broke elite-level grapplers. She made her UFC debut in 2015 and immediately made noise. She beat Sarah Kaufman on short notice, went to war with Amanda Nunes at UFC 196, and pushed her to the brink in a controversial split decision rematch at UFC 215. When the UFC launched the women's flyweight division in 2018, Valentina took over. She claimed the vacant title at UFC 231 by schooling Joanna Jędrzejczyk over 5 clinical rounds. What followed was one of the most dominant championship runs we've ever seen. Jessica I, decapitated by a head kick KO. Katlyn Chookagian, outclassed. Jessica Andrade, smashed with wrestling. Lauren Murphy, Liz Carmouche, Jennifer Maia, all shut down across 5 rounds. Valentina was called robotic, cold, untouchable, and for good reason. She wasn't just beating opponents, she was dismantling them. But at UFC 275, Taila Santos cracked the code. She took Valentina down, controlled her, and nearly pulled the upset. Valentina escaped with a split decision. Then came the fall. March 2023, UFC 285. Schevchenko versus Alexa Grasso. Valentina dominated early, but one spinning back kick cost her everything. Grasso caught her, took her back, and submitted her. In the rematch, Noche UFC, September 2023, Valentina fought smart, fought hard, and walked away with a split draw. Still elite, still a tactician, but no longer invincible. The new destroyer, Dakota Ditcheva. Born in Manchester, England, raised in Muay Thai by her mother, world champion Lisa Howarth, Dakota Ditcheva is violence in motion. She turned pro in 2021, and from her first fight, it was clear. She wasn't like the others. This wasn't someone trying to win decisions. Dakota came to finish, 11-0 as a pro, 10 finishes, a perfect record, and a highlight reel that just keeps growing. She debuted in the PFL in 2022 and destroyed Simone Silva in round 1. Then came the 2023 PFL Europe tournament, and she tore through the entire bracket. TKO'd Catherine Koraginas in round 1, submitted Malin Hermansen in round 1, KO'd Cornelia Holm with a liver shot in under a minute, finished Lisa Malden with savage ground and pound in the final. In 2024, she joined the PFL global roster and kept the pressure on, dropped and stopped Chelsea Hackett in round 2, brutalized Valentina Schevchenko. Dakota's style? Pressure, chaos, violence. She doesn't let you breathe, she hunts the body, walks you down, breaks you, physically and mentally. She's not just finishing fights, she's breaking careers. Technical breakdown. How do they match up? Striking. Valentina is the sniper, clean, calculated, and controlled. Her timing, distance management, and feints are elite. Dakota is the bomber, pressure-heavy, explosive, and wild. She rips the body, throws with intent, and smells blood better than anyone in the game right now. Clinch work. Both have Muay Thai roots, but different executions. Valentina uses frames, foot sweeps, and elbows. Dakota? She'll pin you against the fence and drive knees into your soul. Grappling and submissions. Valentina has submitted Juliana Pena, dominated Jessica Andrade with wrestling, and outclassed Maya on the mat. She has a clear edge here. Dakota's ground game is still improving. Her takedown defense looks strong, but she's yet to face a grappling threat like Valentina. Cardio and championship rounds. Valentina's been 5 rounds more times than most fighters have had fights. Dakota? She's never needed to go that far. But that's a mystery, not a flaw. Nobody's made her. What happens if they fight? If Dakota lands early, especially to the liver or on the break from a clinch, it could be a repeat of what Grasso did, but faster and nastier. But if Valentina weathers that early storm, gets a body lock, and drags Dakota into deep waters, we're talking high-level control, transitions, elbows from top position. Valentina thrives in chaos when she's the one orchestrating it. This would be chess versus chainsaw, a test of pressure versus patience, youth versus wisdom, fire versus frost, legacy versus savagery. This isn't just a cross-promotional dream. It's a storyline with teeth. The greatest flyweight champion the UFC has ever known, versus the most dangerous striker in PFL history. A legend, battle-tested, tactical, and cold, versus a new age killer with fire in her hands and destruction in her wake. It's the fight the fans didn't know they needed, but now can't stop thinking about. So, what happens when legacy meets savagery? Does Valentina's elite experience and well-rounded skill set carry her through? Or does Dakota's chaos, youth, and raw aggression overwhelm the veteran? Let us know in the comments, who wins this insane matchup? Drop your predictions, theories, and who you're backing in the cage. If you want to see this fight happen, smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell so you don't miss any more dream fights, deep dives, and brutal breakdowns, where combat meets chaos, and greatness never goes unchallenged.